Hello everyone and welcome to episode 3 of Doom 2016. As a quick note, we're testing some new recording settings, so I can only hope that it comes out okay. I will say that in other testing it has, and with that we're going to pick up exactly where we left off, with apparently me successfully dying in a giant hell explosion. We'll see how that goes from here. Oh, I guess we're getting the rundown too now. The hell portal is now open back on Mars. Lost in the hell dimension, you're unable to stop the demons from absorbing our world, kill everything you see, and find a way back to Mars. Well, I was going to do at least one of those things anyway. And here we are. So, on our way in, since the last episode, Jab, who is currently in chat, reached out to say...
He is here.
Wow, how did you know that? That's exactly what he said. And then after he said that, he recommended, hey, you should really focus your weapon points into, like, specific weapons to get them all the way unlocked, and then there will be another tier of upgrades that will make them a lot more potent. So, look for that tactics difference coming up. I will say, I don't regret any of my decisions so far, because I feel like having each weapon a little bit upgraded is really helpful for when you have to switch.
We'll set up a portal device at the tomb.
Between them.
Use the light poles to mark our path.
Okay, will do. You know, having each weapon have like a secondary, you know, mode to fire, I think is a good thing to do. But now that I've got some upgrades for each, I am absolutely open to making one weapon really powerful. So I think we just... No, I'm glad I didn't jump too quickly. I mean, probably over there, right? Is there anything else down here for me? I feel like we've cleared this area. Oh, let's also check the map. Oh, whatever that was is probably... No, actually, that's where we're going next. I absolutely missed that, though. And I'm not going to be able to go back for it. So we'll have to pick up the doll later. Now, Jab in chat is saying that there's a weapon right there, but I looked in the boxes. That could have been when I was upstairs. There was a box. Whoops. Okay, don't walk in the green goo. And I stepped up to it, but it looked like the weapon had been taken out of it, so maybe... Oh, this... Thank you. I was absolutely going to walk away from this. We got the disc launcher, or the Gauss cannon. I feel like this is probably a bit much for these guys, but sure. So wait, what button is that? 7? Okay. And then I don't have any alternate fires on this. It doesn't charge up or anything that I've seen so far. So it seems like not really a sniper rifle, but that same idea. Where it's a super powerful shot at that guy. That one dude. Hold on. Oh boy, okay. Okay, I need to look where I'm backpedaling. Alright, this time maybe we'll give a shot at that Gauss cannon against the big man. Oh, hold on. If we're gonna be up here... Yeah, it looks like there's a doll. Oh, but it's over here, and if it's gonna be behind, like, a lever door... Unless it's like a shoot this thing to death or something. Oh, you know what? That's it. That's going to be exactly it, because that I already pushed a skull door like that. Yep. So, how do we think we'd get up there? Not from here. But I'm just going to pre-announce, I'm going to go on with my life, but someday we'll have a way to get up there. And I'm just looking to see if I can identify what it would be, and no, I have absolutely no idea. All right, let's just ignore it for now. Okay, I'm terrible. Man, this is... I need all that health back. That was really embarrassing. What is happening? Oh, right. They're incinerating. Hold on. Ugh. So that guy's gonna hit me, and I don't feel like there's a whole lot I can do about it right now. One thing I haven't done is the double jump to try to do the attack from above. I feel like that's probably going to be pretty helpful. Oh, I kind of want all that armor. What's my armor limit right now? 150? I think? Well, it's at least 100, so that feels good. And then, oh, no. So what's it called? The switch that I think that I need to hit is up there, and still not a pathway from here. No, not nearly. Maybe there's like a glider or something you get later. Is this... I mean, it's almost certainly a thing. Oh, this is a yellow door. Okay, even in hell, they use key cards. All right, well, let's go find the supervisor. Okay, the pistol will not help against this man. Hold on, let's try the Gauss Cannon. I haven't really touched this yet. Oh, that was it, apparently. Okay, I can't interpret this music. Oh, I was like, have I done it? The music is... Oh, boy. Okay, didn't realize there was a cousin. Rocket launcher against this one dude. Hello to Kazabella! Kaz, how is your, what is this, Thursday going? You really need to stop using the combat shotgun, use the super shotgun instead. But isn't the... I feel like the super shotgun is best for, like, those big dudes. Like, the big round guys, or the big guys who want to punch you. Like, I sort of want to save it for those guys, or at least that's my instinct. I guess in fairness, I haven't really compared the amount of ammo they each have, or if they even have a different ammo pool. What is this? 2 is 30, and then super shotgun. Oh, they might draw from the exact same ammo pool. Wait, then why does the combat shotgun exist? Oops. I'm gonna have to experiment with this. For some reason, I just thought that yeah, they're both shotguns, but I guess I thought that it took, like, a different ammo pool. Because if it's just a better shotgun, why wouldn't it just be an upgrade? Part of it is, I don't think that you can upgrade the super shotgun. I could be wrong about that, because it's been a minute since I've seen that screen. I'll say this, I haven't made any attempt to upgrade it, because I sort of thought about it as being like the BFG. I'm glad that I have it, but I probably shouldn't be using it too often. So we should head back to... Well, I want... Oh, that's on the other side of the blue door. Fair enough. We should head back to the yellow door. Jabbing the combat shotgun is an early weapon. So is it, like, in old shooters, like the Wolfensteins and original Dooms, the pistol was the thing that you immediately stopped using as soon as you had any other option? Is it the same way with, like, I mean, obviously this is the pistol, but the pistol has infinite ammo. Is it the same with the combat shotgun? It's like, oh, well, now you've got better everything, so you really shouldn't be using this after that point? Is that the idea? I'm more accustomed to modern design sensibilities where nothing is truly outclassed. Like, there's still a good purpose to everything, even later in the game. But they might have gone a different way on this. Wait. It is true that I don't particularly care about that, but I didn't mean to cut it off. I thought the voice was going to follow me, not stop talking as soon as I left the area. He had his whole thing, like, all prepared, and then I just wandered away in the middle of his speech. Jad says, I use the pistol all the way through. From here on out, I might never fire the pistol again. I use the pistol all the way through. From here on, I might never fire the pistol again. Alright, like these guys I like using the pistol on just because, you know, headshot them after a few tries. Every enemy that I don't punch to death feels a little bit like I failed. Even if I don't need the ammo. Or the health, whatever it is that they give you. Oh, hi. So let's try the super shotgun. Okay, so it's a lot slower because you have to reload after every shot. Ugh. No, but it takes heads off nicely. Oh. Okay, I'm not in a good punch position. I can't move! I've backed up against the wall. Ugh. No. Okay, we've heard that. I'm sure somebody enjoyed those micro missiles. They didn't go anywhere near the guy I was hoping to hit with. Alright, I'm out of health, so if we can, we'll go get that armor on the right. We'll get tired of this eventually. Wait, where'd he go? Damn it, I really wanted to punch that guy. There we go. Okay, checkpoint reached. That feels like I've done something. So let's take a quick look at the weapon upgrades. I've got 7 weapon upgrades. And again, Jab's advice was to... Hold on. Stun Bomb I like a lot. Purchase all upgrades to unlock Mastery. Demons killed while stunned will release a secondary stun detonation that affects nearby demons. That seems cool, but let's take a look at some of our others, because I really like these micro missiles a lot. Micro missiles can be fired indefinitely without requiring a reload until you run out of ammo. We've also got the Gauss weapon, but I need to find a drone for that. And then our lock-on burst. Clearly I'm not using the... What's it called? The rocket launcher too much. And then the combat shotgun, which is what Jab recommends against. Wait, is really? Wow, I haven't even touched this. I guess. I don't hate the uranium coating, but let's go for... Wait, what's this? Oh no, this is the super shotgun, and then this is the regular shotgun. Well, we could go for this. Jab says it's not that good. Removes the reload time for an exploding shot, and then getting a direct hit when the explosive shot will spawn cluster bombs that deal additional damage. I kind of like that one. But no, if we're going to do something... I like these micro missiles a lot. So let's do... Instantly activate the micro missile route when it's ready to fire. I'm not sure that I super like that, but let's do that one, and then we'll see what it is. It probably isn't what I think. It was that it just instantly fires. I certainly want to charge it up and be able to fire it at will. But maybe it's better for people with good reflexes. Jab is approving of the chainsaw. Hello to Glomdy! Casabella's Thursday has been real good. I hope it's treating you well. Well, Kaz, this is the first day, not the first day. It was warm like back in March all of a sudden, but then we had a really, really, really nice all of March, all of April, all of May. And now today is the first day that it's like, oh, guess what? 90 plus degrees. So for me personally, that's not great. For people who like a nice warm, the one thing it's not is humid. So that's good. It's actually really, really nice as long as you are outdoors and maybe not in the direct sun. Yeah, there is something over there that I haven't touched. There's probably not a lot to it, but I want to see it nonetheless. Glomdy, I hope that you're having a great Thursday also. Sorry, that was a lot of talk just to say it's been fine. Today's been fine, and went and had a physical done. Everything's good. With luck, that should cross off the last of the, like, medical stuff that's required for the year. So, Jab, I have a question. Okay, now I have two questions, but the first one was going to be the red pips down at the bottom right. Is that chainsaw juice or what? I feel like I just go... Actually, I feel like I go over there, and then I can go pop, 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 because I can't jump there from here. Can I get there from here, or do I still go down? Did you read the micro missile challenge for the full upgrade? Yeah, so it goes like indefinitely, I think is what it said. Like it just fires non-stop. Kind of want to get those healths. Okay, well, I've made some bad decisions, because I thought I was circling back around to where those rocks had come down, and this is looking less familiar as we go. But on the plus side, I did get all, like, juiced up on health. Wait, no, that was it. Those are the things that I wanted. And now, now I fell. Okay, now... No, this is not what I was thinking of. Darn it. Okay, I backtracked, I think, for a lot of no reason. So, oh gosh, do we still have Glomdy? Because I was going to ask Glomdy. Glomdy, somebody posted on, I think it was We Fix Games, that they were feeling very stressed out about Kana Bridge of Spirits, but I wasn't sure if that was Glomdy or Glomdy's co-host, and either way, I hope that that ending, because the combat, Kana is a wonderfully charming and colorful and very evocative game. It's got this great animation and stuff, but it is no joke in the combat arena, and it does get very challenging, and I can imagine that. Okay, I have no idea why I couldn't find my way over here, but whatever. So wait, what is over here? Yeah, this is the staircase that I went up. I could not find my way back here. Or maybe I just didn't go far enough, but now we will go up. And I am remembering that there's that upper thing that I wanted to get to. Oh, this is not... Ugh, no, okay. Well, now what? I don't know about anybody else, but I have had that experience of, man, I love this game. Oh, this game is great. I'm having a great time. And then you'll hit, like, one challenge. You know, maybe it's at the end. Maybe it's in the middle sometimes. But there's just this one thing where there's this sudden, like, difficulty spike. And especially if you're feeling a pressure to finish it. Yeah, see, that's where I want to go. Right there. Hold on. It could really sour your experience on a whole game. Like, you can really take what you were enjoying and ruin it. And that's very frustrating when that happens. Oh, it doesn't need to charge. I didn't understand that. Hold on a second. Can I look at that? Because I feel like people get it. But when it says... instantly activate the micro missile rack when it's ready to fire, I thought that meant that it immediately fired. Activating it as soon as it's ready, it just immediately goes. But no, look, hold on. It's just instantly charged. I really would have worded that a little bit differently. All right, do I want to touch this green portal? Yeah, this is the QA side of me. I probably would have said mini missiles are instantly charged and ready to fire at any time, something like that. Well, that seems like fine and not a trap. And is this the blue skull? Yes, it is. Oh, and by the way, like, sometimes I'll talk about stuff like that, and then I'll listen to it later and be like, man, I sound like I was really complaining a lot about this. It is not a complaint. Like, me not understanding it at first is not... You know, I'm not gonna, like, write an angry review about this afterwards. How dare they have worded it that way? I'm more interested in just explaining why I thought it was something different. And here's what would have made sense to me. I am not the target audience for this game. I'm just a person playing it. This is the only game I think I've ever played where, like, killing somebody quickly with a headshot feels like I lost. I really like punching people. So there's the yellow door. Yeah, we have looped back, which is good. Oh, there's like a thing there. Whether or not this was always here. Okay, and this is quad damage. Darn it. I want to see what happens when I punch that. That's a Kako demon, right? That's like the only guy that I know in Doom. Well, that's not true. I know the imps as well. But, like, this big brute guy? No idea. Well, that's not the dude I wanted. I mean, I'll take him, but I was hoping to... Wait, I didn't get both of them, did I? Yeah, so if I understand correctly, I now have 0 chainsaw. Oh god. Okay, so some health would be nice, but oh, that's not going to help. Coward mode activated. Wait, hold still. I need your help. Okay, that was a big help. I feel like this dude has a shield on him, and maybe they've always had that, but... Oh. Wasn't sure if that was a brand new combat mechanic. Wait, where's my... Yeah, this thing. So that's where I go. Hold on. Yes, that's my blue door. And then we can get that Argent Energy. I don't feel like we're doing okay. Yeah, there's like a puzzle or a challenge up there. Okay. If you had read the challenge, it would have known you need to stick... Wait. It would have known you need to stick those 4 guys in a few seconds to gain the long burst. Wait, hold on. Let's look. Oh, you got to do the challenge. Stick 4 different demons in 5 seconds. Okay, we should be able to do that. You're right, I did not read that. Do I want to go up here for any reason? Well, probably... It's obviously a door, and almost certainly a lever door that is not open from here. So we've done... Oh, by the way, I got the achievement to fully upgrade a suit element, and I'm just pointing out, no the hell I didn't. Like, look. So, I don't know what to make of that. I would like more ammo, but I'd also like more health. So we're going to do the health for now. I don't know if that's bugged. If you guys remember, there was one case where the game sort of like suddenly dumped out and it didn't load properly, so I didn't know if that was part of it. Oh, let's do it now. Nope, hold on. I need to do that a lot faster. I got, like, a bit stuck on one of the dudes was all. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Ugh. Well, I'm sure he regretted that too. All right. Jab was saying that I got it. Oh, look at that. Okay. I thought I was off. I didn't think I did it quickly enough. 5 seconds is always longer than I think it is, and I still thought it was less time than that. Oh, man. He headbutted me right out of the air. I did not see him until I was midair and then failed to shoot him in time. Yeah, and those pips down there, those are definitely chainsaw juice. Wait, what is that part? It doesn't matter. Strange anatomy on these things. All right, now we just have to worry about all of the other dudes. Oh, this would help a lot if they were around. I wonder if they can still knock you into a bottomless pit even if you're invulnerable. Oh, God. Okay, let's try to learn from my past mistake and be a little bit more careful trying to jump this crevice. Can I jump this? The double jump is still a little new to me, so when I look at this, I'm like, yeah, maybe? Okay. Just trying to work out the distancing on that. This, again, seems a little, probably. Okay. Oh, and that's an exploding barrel. I don't want to shoot that. Well, I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. It'd be awesome to, like, jet over there and then, like, kick off and be right back here. Ow. Okay, that's great news about the Praetor token, but... Go! Yeah, how about rocket launch against this guy? Okay, let's take a breath real quick and just look. I already got that, and somehow missed a section of arc coming up here. Not sure how I managed that. Let's just go take a quick look. I'm so sorry. Did I just catch on fire from touching the torch? Like, is this... Yeah, that's a... Okay, that's an environmental hazard. Good to know. Well, I do want all this stuff. And then we go back up this way. So now my vote is across, right? Yep, there's our objective. Did not know we were looking for... Oh, that's not a red key card. That's another switch. Okay. So... Yeah, now we just go down. And hopefully over here, I'd love to see this area. Is this it? Yes. And that leads back over there. Okay, so although this is grayed out, I can't... It doesn't appear to be a thing. By the way, happy Switch 2 launch day for everybody that wanted one. I hope you're able to get one. I made this observation a couple weeks ago when the pre-orders were happening, but... Although we were not able to secure a pre-order here, I like the fact that, by and large, it seems like the consoles are going to people that actually want to play the system as opposed to roll it over. That may not be universally true. You know, hey, that's life. You know, you make ends meet however you can. But it's a real bummer if you can't get the console that you want because it was bought out completely by scalpers. It's a whole different deal if, like, okay, I didn't get one, but a whole bunch of, like, kids got one. You know, a whole bunch of families, game journalists, YouTube content creators. The people who, like, I don't know, they're gonna use them. That's a world of difference to me. I do not like having this low ground. Something else. Something else. That's nowhere near. Okay, we did it. Hold on. This looks like a thing. I will come back to you thing. Oh, no, that's... whatever that is something that I want. I mean, I always wanted it, I just didn't know if it was gonna be, like, advance the story right now. Chab is confirming it is a thing. I'm looking at that thing as like, does that summon the boss? Okay, we've got all that. Well, I want that Metroid Prime. Oh, well, I would have wanted it. I guess I have super speed now. That's great. It'll really come in handy now that I've murdered everybody. This is, by the way, this is how all of the Doom games have always worked for me. I'm extremely good at finding the power-ups that would have made the fight easier after the fight is over. So again, there's nothing over here. We've already done that. So yeah, let's head back to the objective now. And it's actually over here. Oh, okay, let's touch that in a minute.
Tempered by the fires of hell, his iron will remains steadfast through the passage that preys upon the weak. For he alone was the Hellwalker, the unchained predator who sought retribution in all quarters, dark and light, fire and ice, in the beginning and the end. And he hunted the slaves of doom with barbarous cruelty, for he passed through the divide as none but demon had before.
Barbarous is an interesting pronunciation. Do I just walk back through the green portal? No. Please be like a grocery list. No, it's like more HR stuff. I would love to find, like, by the way, when I get back to Earth, cheese, milk, cottage cheese. I feel like my various tokens are getting confused. I do have 4 points. Can or should I? No, if I wanted to do the stun bomb. I really like the stun bomb. You guys have seen me do a bunch of that stuff. Increase the size of the stun bomb detonation. Yeah, that's all good news. And then if I wanted to do any of... So this is now completely upgraded, and if I get a field drone, then I would get some more stuff. But like, Jab, is it correct that now that's it? Done it, and I can fire them indefinitely, and there's no more upgrades on this track. Maybe if I do both sides of it, then it would be even better. Wait, explosive shot is... instant load, sure. Yeah, for my 4 points, I guess we could do this lock-on burst. I'd rather get the 5th point, I think. Oh, holding the weapon mod now locks up to 3 targets. That sounds really good. That's where the rocket launch will come into its own for me. It is done, says Jam. And Bueller, thank you so much for the resubscription. Looks like you're having some fun. Bueller, I have been enjoying this game a great deal. This looks like a jump pad. Bueller, how is your Thursday going? So I'm just double checking. Yes, we have done what we were meant to do. Okay, there is a drone over there. I feel like I'd like to get it. let's look. Precision bolt to zoom in and charge a high damage shot, or siege mode. Charge up a powerful beam that penetrates targets. Movement is disabled while using siege mode. It is hard to identify a time in this game where I don't want to be moving, and you guys have surely seen me stand still for periods of time. Yeah, we're gonna do this weapon. Unless I want to do the tactical scope. I don't know. I feel like I'd rather have this. I feel like precision shot. Let's see if I'm ever able to make use of this. Punching through guys, I guess the only thing about this is that it does sound cool, and my concern is that there are times when guys are lined up, but it's not as common as I really want to, like, kill the shit out of something. So we're going to do precision shot. Oh, and looking now, Jab was actually voting for siege mode. We will look at doing that. Hopefully over the course of the game I'll get everything. Wait, this is about me. The UAC's most remarkable recent discovery was uncovered in its expedition to Hell's Kadingir Sanctum. After several kilometers through nearly impassable terrain, the team discovered a sealed tomb, its entrance and walls covered in protective runes and imprisonment incantations. Once open, the tomb revealed many artifacts, including the Praetor suit. Most notable, however, was an enormous sarcophagus bound to the center bedrock of the tomb with thick iron bands, seemingly anchored to prevent anything from getting in or out. It was initially believed this sarcophagus must hold a rare or powerful demon. So we immediately opened it, and it revealed the body of a man. The body was not petrified or decomposed. In fact, he appeared to be only sleeping, despite the fact that the bed he lay in seemed millennia old. Attempts to wake the man were fruitless, and to harm him even more so as a protective argent barrier around the body kept him safe. What? I feel like I don't understand this sentence. Attempts to wake him were fruitless, and to harm him even more so was a protective argent barrier around the body. No, kept him safe. I'm going to stop trying to deconstruct this. UAC archivists cataloged the discovery of DM1 through 5, but project personnel had soon dubbed him the Doom Marine. While the history of this man remains conjecture, the Helix Stone, as well as other artifacts found at the Argent Fracture and during the Hell Expedition on ECM-13, have shed some light on his identity. An etching in the Book of Deva, another discovery in the Kadingir Expedition, depicts the Doom Marine wearing the Praetor suit, engaging demons in battle as a hooded figure looks on. This image had been previously observed numerous times in other artifacts, but only with the actual discovery of the Doom Marine and Praetor suit in the sealed Kadingir tomb, the researchers began to put the other pieces together. It is now believed the Doom Marine might have been part of an ancient group or tribe, maybe even their leader. Whether he's a god, demon, or human will remain undetermined until the Argent barrier protecting his body can be deactivated. Further deepening the mystery of his origin, the UAC remote monitoring drones in service during the Kadingir expedition recorded a protracted and deadly battle during the sarcophagus extraction. Pardon me. The demons attempting to defend the tomb with an instinctual ferocity previously unobserved. Holy shit, this is long. Once tethered and returned to the UAC, the sarcophagus was studied and first opened at the Lazarus Labs, but went missing a few weeks later. It is believed that Samuel Hayden had the body and Praetor suit moved and hidden to keep it secure, although why he considered it to be under threat is not known. A final note, to date, the Doom Marine and Samuel Hayden are the only known non-demon entities to successfully cross over from the Hell dimension to our own, despite several attempts by other UAC human personnel to do the same. So we saw a little hologram of people in Hell, and it looked like they were trying to work their way back, but now we know that they did not make it. Not that that is super surprising, but no, that's interesting, because no, believe me, I paid attention to the fact that I woke up in like a stone bed and in chains, and I was thinking, oh, maybe my dude had like an experiment done on him and he's just not very verbal right now about talking about what his experience was like. But no, it turns out that this dude is not with the UAC. He does appear to like people, though. I mean, not that we've had a chance to shoot a lot of people, but remember back at the very beginning when we were in the elevator and Samuel Hayden was saying all of this was done for the good of humanity, and Doom Guy looked rather pointedly down at, like, the bloody corpse at his feet. Like... Okay, that's not legible. And then he like flexed his hand like he was really angry about it. I feel like I learned a lot about him in those opening seconds. See, the thing that these UAC Marines forgot is being able to reload when you get killed. If they could do that, there'd be no need for Doom Guy. Okay, that was a Baron of Hell, apparently. What's this now? Quad damage? Oh no, I really, really wanted to get that guy. Oops. Oh, I really like that one. Hold on, hold on. Okay, that's maybe not really what I meant. Nope, okay, so this is not gonna be a good choice for this. Oh, I'm full on chainsaw stuff. So with 4 chainsaws, can I do this guy? No, I need 5. Oh, you guys, let's do this. Yeah, that's great. Oh man. These Barons are all, like, vying for position here. So, here's just a fun fact. At one point, I had a maximum... Oh! So, let me just go over what that thought process was. At one point, I had 3 chainsaw pips, and now I have 4. And I was about to say, I actually don't know what I did that got me the 4th one, except it's actually incredibly obvious, unless I'm wrong. It was when I took the suit upgrade for the ammo. That's what would have gotten it to me. I thought that maybe it was a challenge or a special pickup that I hadn't recognized. So yeah, let's do more ammo upgrades next time, because I really want to have more chainsaw stuff. It's interesting to me that having the more ammo is not only you can carry more ammo, but it also improves your capacity to get more ammo by virtue of giving you more chainsaw stuff. Fuel, that's the word. Nope. I feel like my maximum on ammo, or sorry, armor now is 100, but I could be wrong. It could be 150. Alright, let's take a look. Yeah, there's a whole thing over here. This is Wait. So, while I'm going, so we watched the first half of the HBO documentary about Paul Rubens. Well, I don't see anything over here. Okay, there's something that I'm missing. And when there's something that I'm missing, it's usually a switch. It is very interesting, the documentary is. What is this? Is this just a monster closet? It actually appears to be a glitch. This actually appears to be a massive glitch. And unlike Doom 3, I do not appear to have flashlight. Oh, hold on. E. Oh, that is a switch. Okay. I'll take your word for it. That is a devious hiding spot. The Paul Rubens documentary is really, really, really interesting. So for anybody that doesn't know, Paul Rubens is the comedic actor who was Pee Wee Herman, and he also had a memorable role in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie, and probably other things that I'm just not going to know, even after watching the documentary, because it really is a lot about, like, the creation of... So wait, that switch, can I go down here now? Okay, there was nothing even vaguely door-shaped down here last time. And what I like about it, the documentary, is it really does feel like it's a lot of Paul Rubens unfiltered. This is a hell of an environment. Uh-huh. Wait, so what does this one do that doesn't have an arrow pointing at it? Okay, mega health. I bet it's a dude. Oh. So, like, remind me of my Doom lore. That thing that I just picked up, that was the original... And I know it's right in front of a rocket launcher thing, but that looked to me like the plasma gun. That's what I remember the plasma gun being. Wait, Jab is saying... Oh, the switch is in the cave! Cass says he was my favorite character in Buffy the Vampire Slayer film. Jab says you really need to go back and get the 2 rune trials that you missed. We might wind up saving that. This is... yeah. I might do that on a second run. I do want to do the rune trials, but... Also, when did I remember taking note of them and then not... Oh, there's a doll here. Hold on, we're close to the doll. The interesting thing about the Paul Rubens documentary, and by the way, no spoilers, if that's like a thing. I can think of a single documentary that can be spoiled, and it is An Honest Liar, which was all about the life and times of James Randi. I highly recommend that movie. It's great. And you can actually spoil it, so I won't say more than that. It's a great, great, great documentary. Well, we don't need that right now. Anyway, the Paul Rubens one. Paul Rubens was a very, very interesting person, for sure. It goes in a lot into the inspiration behind Pee Wee Herman, as well as his time at the Groundlings, as well as the time before the Groundlings, as well as the other... Yeah, I don't know how to get back to that. It doesn't look far, and also... Okay, let's see if we can get to this one here. I can't indicate with the mouse. Yeah, there we go. That one right there. So, it does look like I can jump... across here-ish. But this is not a grand whitewashing of Paul Rubens' career and making him out to be like the nicest guy in the world. If I was to characterize what I've learned about Paul Rubens as a human being from watching this documentary so far, and we've only seen half and then like slightly more. hold on. Where does this put me exactly? Further away from that. Yeah, hold on. So I want to get here. And the most likely way, by the way, would seem to be like to jump up. But let me just look over here. This absolutely does not seem penetrable to me. If I was to characterize Paul Rubens as like a human being, I would say that he appeared to be funny, which is not surprising. He was able to like lighten the mood and make things into a joke. He was also capable of a fairly high degree of passive aggressivism. At least that's what it looked like to me. And was this is by his own admission, like he spent some time talking about this, was a very ambitious human being. He was somebody who was driven very much by his ambition to be wealthy and successful and widely recognized as such. Like, this is what he wanted. How did I not see anything over here ever? Okay. This is why I like the documentary. It's not about like, oh, he was a wonderful angel and just like, I actually feel like I probably wouldn't have enjoyed hanging out with Paul Rubens. And by the way, I don't think he would have liked hanging out with me, and that is fine. I'm not his friend and he wasn't my friend. But this look at like what kind of a human being can go from like literally nobody. Like nobody in his family was famous. Nobody in his family was an entertainer. His father seemed to be quite a character, although not in the Hollywood sense. And to rise and to become this like Hollywood megastar. Like you have no, like, if you weren't alive at the time as I was, as Jab was, you would easily underestimate just how popular Pee Wee Herman was. He was everywhere. Like, this was a real pop culture force. And where does that come from? Well, it turns out that it comes from a lot of revision, a lot of retrospection, a lot of drive, a tremendous amount of work, and as he says himself, the willingness to step on other people to get where you want to be. And it's a way to be. I don't know. It's a very interesting documentary because, again, it does not sugarcoat things. So we're going to do heavy assault rifle to perform death from above, glory kills, and 3 hell knights before the timer expired. Oh, good luck to me. We'll give it a shot. Hello to Debauchery, by the way. Gaki says, I always felt he got railroaded with that adult theater stuff. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that today would be, oh, tell me another one. Like, today, I don't even feel like that would remotely chart. And let's do the trial. I want to say that, like, I was much younger then. I don't remember having a very strong opinion on it one way or the other, but to the extent that I had any opinion at all, like, we haven't gotten to that part of the documentary yet, but from what I know about it as of this sentence, I was on the wrong side. Like, I generally don't care what people do by themselves in the privacy of their own lives, and maybe I may just not know the details here, but I want to learn more about it, because my current understanding is that, yeah, he got treated real badly on that. You have a double jump for the trial. He had a kid's TV show, which made it a lot worse. Yeah, once that, like, you know, you can be Sherry Lewis, but the very moment that Sherry Lewis is caught, like, saying a cuss word on television, like even out of character, suddenly it's like a huge scandal. And it's like, no, she's like an adult. By the way, I'm literally making this up. For all I know, Sherry Lewis has never said a single 4-letter word of any variety. But yeah, it turned out that he was an adult with like a real life and a personal private life. That one thing the documentary goes into in great detail is that he kept his private life completely private. He was when he was on camera, he was Pee Wee Herman, and when he was not on camera, he was no one. Like, and that there's like the whole first part of the documentary goes into why that was, like, where that came from, what the, like, it's a whole thing. I need to do the trial. I didn't mean to make this a review about the thing. It's a very, very good documentary about a very complicated, interesting, and talented human being. Okay, so we have to do the kills from above, which I'm never very good at, and also these are Death Knights, so we will do our best. I also may not have access to my rocket, my full array of mini missiles. The only key is not to kill him. We've got to do the glory kill. Alright, I feel like that's one. Okay, I don't want to spend a lot of time killing those guys. I am absolutely shooting this guy in, like, the knees, or sometimes just between the legs. Okay, I think I need some more ammo. Oh, we did it! Okay. That was easier than I thought. We were going to try that 5 or 6 times. Launch into a quarry kill from much farther away. That sounds awesome, but I think I still only have the 2 rune slots, so we'll have to look. Gaki says, I haven't seen it yet, but it's on the list. I was just 15 when it all went down, and it happened in my hometown, so I heard all about it. Yeah, to me, if there's something that an interview, documentary rather, can do and do really well, it's to demystify, like, who a person was. And this documentary does that exactly. That is very much what it was set out to do. And yeah, I mean, it's got all of these moments of Paul Rubens being, to be blunt, a little bit petulant, a little bit, like, when I say childish, I don't mean in a charming Pee Wee Herman way, but, like, he's not getting his way at some aspect of the documentary, and he's not shy about, you know, saying that he's not happy about that. And the thing is, as you watch the documentary, you realize that everything that I just said is not condemnation. I have absolutely no idea how to get to this. This is how he became successful, by not listening to studio executives, by not accepting no for an answer, or when he was told to do something a certain way, he would say, why? I don't understand. This dictate does not make sense. I don't accept this. And then he would do what he wanted, and it turned out that his creative and comedy instincts were much, much better than a lot of the people around him. Or at least that's what's presented. So I feel like it's a thorough portrait of somebody who wasn't always very pleasant to work around, but absolutely knew his craft. I am only getting farther away from it, too. This one we might say, see you later, too. Like return to it later. Also, where did I just come from? If I wanted to go back? Sorry, I wanted to go... No, now I've completely lost it. So there's my objective, and this would be over here, which means that the thing that I would want is back over here. And I'm here. So if I go further down, that's not helpful, as far as I know, unless it is. So from here, we might be able to jump across to there. No, I have less and less and less idea of how to get there. Possibly from this platform, but one thing we know is that it's 180 degrees from where I'm facing, so it'd be like over in this direction. Let's see what we can find, and if I don't find it on this pass, then we will move on. No. I can't find anything on this right now. Hold on. So it would be over this way, I think. Not through the doors on the right, but like this direction. But yeah, if the arc of your career has been listen to your own instincts, don't let people tell you no, you know, don't necessarily listen to other people who... want to second guess you and tell you that you're not doing it right. And that is going to work out for the best for you. Why wouldn't you come off as kind of a petulant baby who wants to do the documentary your own way? And by the way, he's never, like, rude. That's what's interesting about it. He does have a way of, like, interacting with it where he comes off as a little bit more playful, but I've worked with enough of that personality type to feel like he's actually serious. Okay. Well, so I'm here, and that's there, and I feel like I can't get there from here. Yeah, no, this is just getting further away. I mean, it's not that it can't be right, it doesn't feel right. Okay, this is the other side of that chamber with the teleporter. And still, no vision on this at all. So this area here is the other thing. Now, this could be an exit, but boy, does it feel like it's an up-ramp. But I was just there, and there's just a stone ceiling. I can't get above that, and you saw me shoot it, like in case it was breakable. Also, just the degree to which he met and interacted from like a very early point in his career with people like Phil Hartman, where like I knew that Phil Hartman was on the, you know, a part of the original Pee Wee Herman show. But like to the extent that they had been working together for years, and like I just never looked at the writing credits, I guess. Phil Hartman was also a principal writer on, a principal writer on the Pee-wee's Big Adventure. And then the other thing that I didn't know, I just always assumed that the Pee Wee Herman Saturday morning children's show came first and the movie was second to that. No, that is incorrect. Yeah, I have no idea how to get there. All I have are walls saying that you can't get there from here. Is that it? Is it that stupid door? It's the door. Well, how would I open this then? Wait, why do I feel like I've been to the other side of this door? I knew it started, that Pee Wee Herman, like, as a character, as a concept, started in, like, a late night, like, adults club thing, and it was his whole act. And then it sort of transitioned over to being an actual television show. What I did not realize was that the movie actually came first and foremost, and it went into the act of writing the movie. Oh, maybe this isn't a door. Well, hold on, let me step through this then. Where does this go? Nowhere I want to be. I don't think. So Jab is saying to go down and then up. That could be from a variety of different locations. And this is probably bad? Okay, no, it's not anything. And then this is that area which is like right below it. There's a lot happening in my right earphone, but none of it. No. Boy, it's weird. Boy, it's weird that it looks like it's right underneath this. Like, this whole little pocket area had some stuff in it, and I guess it was like a loot cave, but... Wait, the other thing is, like, to jump to there. So wait, how do I get to the other side of this? Ah, hold on. Ah, okay. I feel like that shouldn't have been a secret. It took me a really long time. Perform... Oh, yes, I'd like to... Well, whatever. Glory kills faster. It doesn't seem like as good as some of the other runes. Reach the altar, 5 seconds, plus 4 seconds movement time per kill. We'll do our best. One of my favorite sections was just, like, talking about the inspiration for all of the characters in Pee-wee's Playhouse. I hope I'm... No, it was too long. Okay. Like Miss Yvonne, the old sea captain guy played by Phil Hartman, where the name of the genie came from. It's just... I always really like that stuff. Like, how did this cohesive whole originally come about? Oh no! I really could not afford to miss that second shot. If you hit a berserk, those two runes are god tier, says Jab. The faster glory kills? Oh, because you can get so much more per, like, kill. So I need to F those guys instead of just waiting for the reload, I think. Oh no, I bounced off his head! No. By the way, like that right there, did you see how I sort of just glided to a complete stop? I don't know why that happens at exactly that point every time. There might be oil or something on the, like a sludge, maybe? Because that happens every time at that exact moment, and it's the only time in this or any other part of Doom that has been consistently happening. Go forward. He completely loses... The frustration that you hear is just, I don't understand why that's happening. I'm gonna jump to the right this time. Shit! Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I moved down too far. Hold on. But yeah, looking forward to seeing the rest of the documentary. And then that's really all I have to say about it right now. Pee-wee's Playhouse was originally an adult one-man show, from what I understand. I saw it years ago on HBO, I think. I think, yes, based on the documentary, I think it sort of started off as, like, he started doing it like their improv night in the Groundlings. Again, just super sloppy. No, it's time-based, you guys. When I'm running low on time, he slows down. Okay. Sorry, now I'm working it out. The lower the time gets, the slower he goes. Which, again, not the way that the other things have worked, but if those are the rules for the rune challenge, fair enough. So, stop aiming too low, or too high. So Debauchery was asking a question. I can't see it right at the moment. However, if it was about Cyber Knight's, what's it called? Jab, I watched a Oh, no! I pressed too much forward and not enough turn. If it was about Cyber Knight's Flashpoint, I did watch like an extended preview of that. Yeah, Cyber Knight's Flashpoint. That looks very, very good, Debauchery. And that is now out in early release, but the preview that I watched, it wasn't a full review, which is why I'm calling it a preview. It made the distinction that, it made the point that it has been patched over 200 times during its early access launch, and many times during, well, actually 3 or 4 times. So the point being made by the reviewer that I saw was saying he didn't want to do a full review until it was in a more stable place. Like, it's no longer early access. It is a full and complete product. Okay. However, it's still being patched and rebalanced, and I found that to be extremely useful information. But yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, because and by the way, Debauchery, I had absolutely, remember when I said I feel like I've heard of this and like I'm just not placing it? No, when I saw it, I was like, I've never seen this before. So you absolutely called that to my attention. I had never heard of it before, and now it's very much on my radar because it is sort of a cyberpunk RPG, like XCOM sort of thing. It's very like TRPG, like tactics RPG, but the RPG of it goes a lot deeper than XCOM does, where XCOM is very much sort of like a tactics combat game and sort of a high level strategy layer. This looks to be much more about like these characters are... Okay, sorry, it's showing me. Now I need to find my way back forward. Probably through the yellow... No, through the blue doors next. So we're going to go up and around. That, if I knew the layout of this level, making my way all the way back to do this probably would have been like a heartbeat. The levels are large, and yet you move so quickly that they don't feel large. Debauchery says, glad you have brought it to your radar. Oh, and the other thing, Debauchery, is, so I think it was just yesterday, Debauchery went to do a stream, and I think it was that the internet was not behaving very steadily. I feel like I go up this ramp, these stairs. And Debauchery, I just didn't have a chance to, like, say anything, but yeah, man, like, technical problems happen. It's a bummer, for sure. Thank you for posting something, because I saw that you had gone... It looked like you were getting prepped to go live, and I was like, oh, this will be great, I'll catch some Debauchery. And then, yeah, I guess the internet was not steady enough. I have had those days here as well. So I see the compass. I'm just trying to work my way, like, how to do. And so this is just a you can't go this way. Or more so you have to go around the back way. Okay, that's easy to do from here. But yeah, the other thing, just lest anybody think that anything that I said was like condemning of Paul Rubens, I didn't see anything about Paul Rubens that I wouldn't have automatically attributed to any celebrity. It's one of the reasons why I've said on many occasions, I would be perfectly happy to never meet any celebrity ever for any reason. I'm just not about it. I think that in order to succeed at the level that you need to, in order to be on like the front page of a magazine someplace, you have to be the sort of person that I don't think I would want to associate with very much. So I am very comfortable to say celebrities can live their lives wherever they want to, and I'm going to live my life over here, and that's going to be just great. Which leads me to the other idea is that, like, so Phil Hartman also is no longer with us. I feel like I don't remember enough of the details of that to speak about it. I know what I think happened, but you know what? It's not really my business, and I'm going to walk away from it. what I am going to say is that I remember reading, like in the wake of his passing, that Phil Hartman was like an incredibly well-read person. And there's this one anecdote. Honestly, I feel like I can just let these guys do what they're going to do and go over afterwards. I think it was like Jan Hooks or somebody was talking about how they went to have lunch with Phil Hartman once, and he was reading a book about clouds. Like, that was just, he was curious about clouds, so he was reading a whole book on, like, how clouds are formed, the different types of clouds, how the atmosphere affects the clouds, and, like, I just cannot imagine personally wanting to read a book about that. And it's not that I don't think that other people shouldn't read a book about it, but I guess I consider myself to be kind of a curious person, and also I read that and, like, no thanks. Maybe it was a really good book about clouds, but I'd certainly like to be thought of as being, I don't know, curious about the world. And then you hear about somebody like Phil Hartman, you're like, oh no, I'm simply not on that level. I just need to, though. Does this kill me? It sure does. I just thought, wouldn't it be awesome if Doom Guy, like, kicks himself off like it's a beach ball and makes it back to safe land? Hello to Solid Chrome Hickey. So Jab is asking, why am I saving on suit points? That is inadvertent. We'll go look to see what suit upgrades I have. Debauchery says, my OBS is trying to pull 50%. That's what it was. That's right. It wasn't internet problems with Debauchery. It was that OBS was pulling like 100% of GPU or something. OBS is trying to pull 50% of my GPU with Desktop Window Manager, pulling the other 50%. So it's dropping 99% of frames. Debauchery, this is not helpful information to you, but that is exactly what started happening with Streamlabs. It, like, just one day, Streamlabs was dropping a massive amount of frames, and it turned out to be taking up like a ludicrous amount of... Wait, this is fully upgraded? Then I feel like I'd want to swap it out for other stuff. Wait, go back though. Okay. Okay. So I need to complete 7 rune trials to do that. Pick up 500 ammo things. Yeah, so vacuum 2, it doesn't get better than that. I kind of really like having vacuum. However, improving the Dazed and Confused, Death from Above. Oh, I should do that now. There's ammo boost. Effectiveness of equipment items. I think that's my grenade, and that's the only one that I've used so far. Glory kills from much further away. And then finally, 25 unique... Wait. While Savagery is equipped... Oh. Well, Savagery is the rune. Let's do... I want to do... I want to do this one. From much further away. Wait, where am I relative to where I was supposed to go? Oh my gosh, you guys, this checkpointed me very far away. I think. Oh, punching that Cacodemon in the eye was not worth it. Darn it. Sorry, so Jabba also asked about the suit points. How many do I have? 7? Okay. So we've done area scanning technology. Wait. Decreased weapon self-damage, immune to explosive barrel damage. I mean, that's probably good for staying alive. I would like to reduce the recharge duration for equipment, since I think that's my grenade. And then effectiveness of power-ups. Oh, but that's like... So I'm not sure that I want this one, because that's like when you get Berserk mode and whatever, and that's not very common. And then switch weapon... Yeah, let's take switch weapons faster. I already like that a lot. And then... grab ledges faster, switch weapon mods faster. That last one I might like. Let me look at this one, though. Let's go with the decreased environment damage. I know that doesn't affect that. And the weapon self-damage, having now died at least once to a rocket of my own propulsion, I don't know about that one, though. I want to reduce the recharge rate. There we go. Now we spent points. That was a good call, Jab, because I was not remembering to do that. Reminds me of Larry Linville from MASH. That was one thing that people said about him as well. Like, he played this just ignorant, petulant, inconsiderate jerkwad Frank Burns on MASH, and in the real world, like, Larry Linville was a very soft-spoken, considerate, kind person with, like, he was very well-read, had a big library. Okay, you guys, again, remember when I said that once I knew the level, it wouldn't take long to get there? The trouble is, I still don't know this level. And I surely can't jump that. Hold on, there's gotta be... Okay, we can go over here, maybe. This doesn't feel like the right way. But if I can get higher, then I might be able to get over there. Okay, and then that opened these doors. Unfortunately for me, oops. Yeah, so Doom Guy, you definitely need to get your, damn it, forward momentum before doing the jump. Which, yeah, it makes sense. That's how, like, actual jumping works too. You can't jump up and then decide later that you want to move forward. Right, and then we're there. So now we go up the stairs. Okay, I will be more conservative around cacodemons. And this way. Oh, you know who else that's really true of? What's the name of the guy that played Bobby Singer on Supernatural? That's gonna take me a second. No, I absolutely don't have it. He's also in The Boys, but I remember reading an interview with him where he was like, who has the larger library, the character Bobby Singer or you? And he's like, oh, me, by a mile. Okay, so this is above me, sorry. Like, apparently he just has this super vast library. What the hell's that guy's name? Oh, this is embarrassing. Okay, and that's more embarrassing. Jim Beaver, thank you. Thank you to Kaz, who recognized the name. I am so looking forward to the final. I'm very much looking forward to the final season of The Boys, but not necessarily more than looking forward to season 2 of Gen V. I really liked that first episode, that first season, rather. That's super sad about what happened, if anybody doesn't know. And I've talked about it on, like, stream a couple times. My understanding is that, oh, see, and now I'm not going to remember his name. It's Andre somebody. But, so let's try not to fall. Nope. See, now I'm giving myself the yips, man. I don't want to move very much, sir. Stand very still. Where's my rocket launcher? Or this. Yeah, that's great. Now, that right there made it worth having. So, let's just try to be careful. But yeah, Andre... somebody whose last name I apologize for not remembering, he was driving to where they were going to be filming season 2 of Gen V, and he got into a motorcycle, and no, don't fall. He got into a motorcycle accident and was killed. And his character was going to be like a major part of the season. Sorry. Look, there's a giant face in my face. So not only did the people who worked on the show lose an actor and a friend that they really liked. Hold on, let's just clear that. I'm sure he's great. But, like, it wasn't a matter of, like, oh, we'll just go back to what we were doing before. They had to rewrite basically the entire season around it. Now, that is not the primary concern when somebody's lost their life, but, like, that's a lot of people that didn't get to go to work also. So it's like a whole, like, just ultra sad story all the way around. Like, for me, I'm sitting over here. Oh, are we getting into the cold part? No, it's just spiderwebby. I feel like these guys don't count as demons for the purposes of getting the glory kills, but I could use the health that they're dropping. And then there's the ways that... Hold on, let's just pay attention to what this does. I think I get a speech.
And in his conquest against the blackened souls of the doomed, his prowess was shown. In his crusade, the Seraphim bestowed upon him terrible power and speed, and with his might, he crushed the obsidian pillars of the blood temples. He set forth without pity upon the beasts of the nine circles, unbreakable, incorruptible, unyielding. The Doom Slayer sought to end the dominion of the Dark Realm.
So, I actually have a question that's on topic, and maybe it's a spoiler, except... I don't know. I don't really feel like anything is a spoiler here. Hold on. When Doom the Dark Ages was announced, a person, not a Twitch streamer, by the way, was very angry, like extremely angry, that this was going to be sort of a Middle Ages Doom, and he hated this idea because even though, like, in all of the pre-release material, it showed him fighting with firearms, and yeah, it looked in every way like it was Doom, just with a different aesthetic. And now that game is out, and you can see what it's like, and yeah, it's very much Doom. At the time, though, he was really, really angry because, in his view, Doom is the story of a regular guy, this is his words, a regular guy who was so resilient, so strong, so driven, that he was able to take it to the forces of evil, to the Doom demons, and go down to the depths of hell and defeat them on behalf of humanity. I am playing this game for the very first time. That has absolutely no resemblance to the game that I am playing. What is that man talking about? Whether or not I am currently a human being in the, like, genealogical sense, I'm clearly not some random space marine who decided one day to do something about it. Oh, hold on, I want to read about Olivia Pierce. Olivia Pierce is the head of biochemical research at the Argent facility. Educated in Strasbourg with a first-class honors degree in biomechanics and genetics, she joined her former mentor Samuel Hayden on Mars to head up the Lazarus Project. A few months after arriving at the Argent facility, Olivia was diagnosed with acute idiopathic scoliosis. The cause of this deformation is unknown. Given the option of being permanently wheelchair-bound or undergoing an experimental augmentation procedure, Olivia chose the surgery. After several months in seclusion, Olivia reappeared on her feet, Olivia reappeared on her feet with a new titanium exoskeleton grafted into her spinal column. Although the exoskeleton allows Olivia to stand and move on her own, it causes her excruciating pain. Olivia refuses any pain management medication for fear it will cloud her mind. Having had not a significant spine issue, but just back muscle problems, I cannot conceive of the amount of pain that she would have to be in. Like that, I don't know how she would do it. Oh, but by the way, Debauchery is saying that he'll potentially have a normal stream tomorrow if he can fix whatever is in the inherent root cause. So, Debauchery, I will say this. I was not able to determine... That's the way that we came. I was not able to determine a fix for when Streamlabs did that. The fix ultimately... Sorry, let me be more clear. I could not fix Streamlabs. What wound up happening was we switched to OBS. You were already using OBS, so I don't know what to say about it. You could try... So here's one thing that I have to confess that I didn't try. I'm trying to switch weapons. Completely uninstalling Streamlabs. Okay, so just gonna get punched a bunch. Completely uninstalling Streamlabs and then restarting and going back in. There's probably a better option than that. It's worth a try at least. You doing it with OBS. Okay. But having had what feels like an identical symptom, I'm just sorry to say that we didn't find a solution for it. It was Switch streaming softwares. Okay. All of that, please. Oh, hello. So this is what now? Quad damage. So now I just have to find anybody to Oh, hi. Yes, you. Okay, I am very low on health. I don't like my odds. Ugh. I'm trying. Okay, that was a very important amount of health. 7? Where's my rocket launcher, man? Hold on. 8? There it is. Sorry, he just looked very disappointed in me as he faded into ash. Oh. This music is way too intense for it to be over. Hello to Pirate Perseus, who says, how goes game? Game is going very well. This has been a much longer level than some of the other ones, but in a good way. I'm enjoying it a lot. And we got 2 of the relic challenges. Hold on. So, sorry, it's a teleport control podium that they put up here. But I thought I'm the only person to ever come back. Or will be the only person to ever come back. I'm just looking to see if I've missed anything in the area. No, actually, you guys, I don't see a lot of white out there. I probably missed something somewhere. Yeah, no, I definitely missed a secret. I don't know where it would be. Probably some weird little offshoot, because I don't... Like, it looks like we got all the stuff. Alright. Perform 4 leg sweep glory kills on the Hellraiser. I'm just gonna have to figure out who those are. I feel like I know the Summoners, the Imps, the Hell Barons, and now I've learned the Hell Knights. Those are the big punch guys. Hellraisers. Are those the big... Oh, are those the big guys with the flamethrowers? Maybe that's them. So, I don't think that I have time to do another... level. That was quite the level, mostly because I died a whole bunch and then I wanted to go back and find the stuff. The laser guys. Oh! I don't know who I thought those were. Those were nowhere in the original game, I don't think. Yeah, so let's call it here for episode 3 of Doom. We'll be reviewing the footage and seeing if it came out okay and if there's any additional tweaks that we can make. But otherwise, why don't we go find somebody fun to raid? We'll be back with some more Doom very, very soon and some more Baldur's Gate 3 and XCOM 2 and some other fun games as we go. But thank you guys very much for joining me, and we will see you again, guys, again very, very soon.